We were singing it, yeah. We're taught to sing that. Maybe before we close, I'll sing it for you, and then you know that I might maybe one or two, but I'll still sing it. I mean, per se, Alex and you, of course, I mean to me to
You've never sang on the show.
Oh, I
before.
have.
You've only rapped.
I
on the
have
show.
my rap here to know my year. You know, Casimesa.
Backing vocals.
All right, so we get to the part, Max Agenda, where we talk about the Founders Day. That is today. And then now we're on a holiday and I was so to Mission Baby, Ephraim. So, I'm 50, you preoccupy holiday. It has something, there's a purpose for today. Intina, the biara you hear of Founders Day, it should remind you of something. We have spoken about heroes, our personal heroes, our day to day. Yeah, now we even started off saying, say, you are that hero first. Say, utimi sorry, Kenya step up, move. You are that hero. But say, na utifie, say, na wukwa juma, say, na wuti wo wiem baby, say, na Founders Day, na Founders Day. Whether it's a holiday for you, it's not a holiday for you. At the end of the day, today has a purpose. It has a reason. Today is a remarkable day. Why is it remarkable? We have in the studios with us, Dedzo. Dedzo, no, the right person. Obeka some watch na the way I was if I didn't come on baby be mono. Young quiet ya emwa I was set nipadodo no etie. And I'm pleased to meet him because I actually also felt that he's given me a certain task. I was now I feel I was done with certain things, but I have to go back
to do it
again just for him. All over again. You are welcome, Dedzo. You are very, very welcome.
Good morning.
I will, I promise. Metanasi here and find a small time to do that show again for you.
Yeah. We'll continue to educate about the realities of life.
The realities of life. Wow. Yeah, I appreciate it. I know that Guys Avenue was a good one. It was really, really a good one. And the ones that came after was also good. But people always have a favorite. So I will sit back. I will talk to my bosses and then we would see. And I'll sure when we start that, I'll call you to be one of my guests since you love the show. Yeah. Since you love the show.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So now let's begin. What is Founders Day all about? For those who don't know, for those who don't have an understanding about it. Because this is some conflict for me with the change of dates. First it was 21st September, and then now it was changed to 4th August. But for people who are watching, the young ones that are coming up, who really don't have a deep roots about our history, what can you tell us when it comes to Founders Day? What is it all about?
All right, thank you for the opportunity. I must say, there's a lot to the Founders Day story.
Okay.
The struggle started long before the Big Six. I don't know why, but we tend to equate the 4th August with the Big Six. And I think there's a challenge there.
Okay.
Now, the 4th August was the day that J.B. Dankwa started or founded the UGCC, the United Gold Coast Convention. Okay. That was the party he started. That was the date he started, 4th of August.
Okay.
Now, on that 4th of August, Nkrumah was not here.
Oh, okay.
Nkrumah wasn't here.
In the country, Ghana.
At all. He wasn't part of the founding fathers of UGCC.
Okay.
UGCC was started on the 4th of August. Nkrumah got to this country on the 10th of December, 1947. Right, so how do you...
Merge
so
that.
There's an explanation for the Big Six.
Okay.
All right. The Big Six happened due to something we call Awam boycott.
Awam
boycott. Awam is an abbreviation, Association of West African Merchants.
Okay.
During the struggle, I mean, we had merchants that were like trading. They get the goods from Europe or UK and sell it to our people here.
Okay.
So they had an association. And that association it looks like prices were increasing on a daily basis, and our people were really struggling. So they went on a riot, and that led to a group, and the leaders of UGCC, including Nkrumah, sent to prison. And whilst they were in prison, the people considered them as the national patriotic leaders, and so they gave them that name, Big Six, because they were six.
Okay.
All right? Because J.B. Dankwa,
Edward
Akufo-Addo,
Obechebi.
Akweje, Obechebi Lamte, Pawili, William Oforiatta, and Nkrumah. So there were six, and that's how come we had the Big Six.
Okay.
So when we want to talk about 4th of August as being Founders Day, then we are talking about the UGCC.
Okay.
And prior to the forming of UGCC, there were people who started the struggle before for independence. And we are not acknowledging such people.
All right.
Today is the 3rd time we are celebrating the Founders Day, right? It's the 3rd time.
Yeah.
It started in 2019. But as a country, I think we are ignoring the role our mothers, our women played.
During the time.
During the time. Why are we limiting it to just 6 people? Not even a woman
Is in the picture.
in the picture.
Okay.
Does it mean our women did not do anything?
But do we have records of having women or were part of the struggle?
Right.
Do we have records of these women?
That's a very good question. Now, one was Sophia Oboshi,
Okay.
a political activist, in fact, very devoted. You can read about her. We had Rebecca Aite. And this woman, you see that old-time 50 pesos.
Yes. Yes.
You see the woman on
Yes.
that? That is...
Oh, that's
she's
Aite.
the one.
Okay.
And she actually funded Nkrumah to win the seat at Ashedu Keteke.
Wow.
Why are we not remembering them? Why are we not honoring them? We had Anakujo. This Anakujo, when the Big Six were in prison, she raised money.
Women.
And organized people to get the people released from prison. Why are we not remembering them?
Is it that, we remember them in a different kind of way? I want to ask something. We remember them in a different kind of way. Like you said about Rebecca Ayotte, that nenimuda a year 50 pesos, quantity 50 pesos and so on. Yeah, you see, this kana, but ye nim onu so. It goes to those times, it's na 200 cedis. No, bisunso da so sa. You see, we just do not have the education about the people on certain currencies or certain places. Bikurana, minimsa, Sanya may be to me call Kumasi, just I'm gearing just a little bit. Say be able Kumasi, you see some monuments, statues, and way. Ebia how do you munim on your quan? Ye pull up the statue now or no. Probably even know the history. But viral no ube coin be ebi obi tidaso. Oni moni pakwani tidaso. Because there's no education about the coin and the reason why the person is on it, the impact and why it's a decision say e was asimesi we nenimo daso. Fast forward, ye ndi 50 pesos ni biem. Internet just say Rebecca Aite no is lost.
Yes, completely.
If we were denominating our currencies, na 20 pesos, 50 pesos no obi of importance say ne way edaswa nenimu daswa. Why is it that you're denominating a money by 20 2 CD coin no 2 CD coin no and I say 1 CD coin no, we still couldn't put that person's name on it.
Yeah.
So I think that probably they want to celebrate the person or remember the person, but there's no education. Because if you hadn't said, say, Rebecca Aite no, why you say, na nim na that's what, well, you need the second be, but
And the most important part is like even this modern generation, like this generation, we don't have such, the coin, we don't see the faces on that.
Yeah.
And so, even the big six. Who you Kwame Nkrumah film one? We really do not know so much history, about them. We just know, say, Ubi so be say be watching. I think it's on the 100 cities now. Is it on the 100 cities? It's on every note. It's on every note. And when you pull it up, you'll be so that's Kwame Nkrumah. The rest, nobody has a clue.
Yeah, the education is not there.
Let me ask you. So, who makes the decision to have these heroes celebrated on our currencies? Like, who does that? I think that's where it has to start.
Yeah, I think the education should start first.
Okay.
Before we get to whose face should show on which currency.
On it.
You understand?
Yes.
For me, I want to push for inclusion of our women.
Thank you.
I really want to push for that. I mean, there was one lady called Emmanuel Nkrumah. That's not her real name. But while they were in prison, this woman, whilst the men were, giving up, on a platform when they were giving speeches, the men were giving speeches, and it sounded like they were almost giving up. This woman went on the platform, got a blade, cut her face, and used the blood to smear her body, and said, look, this battle, we must go on. We must not give up. We are not remembering these people. These are women. And all we know is Big Six. What about women? We should bring them on board. So there should be an expansion of these founders. If we want to make it a plural, like Founders Day, then we should look at it again.
I think we should look at the whole education and information. I know that we live in a country where documentation, kakra records, kakra, but we also live in a country where we do not look to find. If we look, we will definitely find it. Now, let me just find something out of there. What if the founders, hadn't fought the fight? How would a story be like, because you go to certain countries and they say, maybe this is South Africa, they did it a gradual process. They didn't actually push everybody out. They left some of them there to govern with them, yada, yada. And today you can see the country and how it's moved, the development and so on and so forth. Well, that is a myth. That's what I heard. That's rumor. But we did all the fighting, put them out, and fast forward years to come, we call ourselves developing country. I've heard that for so many years, and we are still here at the developing side. At least we are not underdeveloped. So, but that is not fun enough. We're still in the developing. How would it be like?
There are positives and negatives to all this.
BBA.
Because if they had not fought, we would still be under colonial rule. And imagine you being under colonial rule at this time. We didn't cry Abnebium or Akosia. You understand? Your African identity would have been lost. We will be eating, we will be dressing. I'll be in suit by now. You cannot put on this if we're still under colonial rule. So it has a lot of positives. We are struggling with one or two things, but look, we have our identity as Africans. We speak our language. If not by now, we'll be speaking, someone's language.
Yes, the Queen's English.
Of course. And, you forget, your dialect will die off.
Yes.
So, irrespective of the challenges, you gave South Africa. South Africa, at the end of the
Brad,
recently, look at what happened. Once the division is so deep, sir. You cannot just imagine. Look at what happened recently.
Of course, we understand. It's just people who are fighting for their hero who are not going to take a no for an answer, So
I mean, we don't want to find ourselves there.
yeah.
No, definitely.
Yes. So though we are slow development, we are still
Kakra.
I mean, you see, say ubedi gari now survive or who fear now who are some there. It's better than, I mean, having all but not having peace.
Internet just say me hwɛ mu a nkɔmɔ a yɛdi nyinaa ne sɛ ɛyɛ Founders Day and the founders no strive ne bibia no, it was mainly for the culture to be maintained.
Not only culture, but for us to be our own people.
Our own people, and that's our
Yes,
culture.
exactly.
You know, that's our identity. That's what I'm saying. For our language, for our food, for the way we live, the way we dress,
yes,
the way we speak. Everything. For us to be Ghanaians.
Everything. You know, that's the challenge that we have when it comes to, let me come to the church. When the European was coming with the gospel, they came with their kind of, their culture, the way they dress, what they eat, everything.
All right.
And so if you are not in suit at church, and you are in like, your friends say, in tomorrow.
And tomorrow, what friend tomorrow?
Then you are like, maybe we are sinner and answer what backslide and something like that. And so if the gospel came with that, then imagine say colonial rule sang Honma. By this time dear. You see, so it was a very good move.
Okay.
Very good move. And it started long before the formation, before the 4th of August. You can talk of Mensa Saba. Mensa Saba, they started the Aborigines Rights Protection Society. That was 50 years before 4th of August.
Okay.
They started that 1897. And Founders Day, UGCC, is like 4th August 1947, 50 years gap. We are not remembering all those people.
So people strived hard to even get to the
our
4th
chiefs.
of, yes.
Chiefs.
What do you think should be done? Since to me this is like a new knowledge that you put in out there and a movement that you champion in. But what do you think should be done to get people to actually accept this? Do we have to start changing our history books? Is that rewriting everything?
Rather amending.
Yeah.
I think we should tell our people the truth about our history.
Okay.
We should not try to dilute and cover up and project some people and, leave others out. I think the Founders Day is a good, thing to celebrate, but we should expand it.
Okay.
You understand? We should expand it and...
get to know more.
No more.
Get to know more.
For me, even if one woman will get on board and it will be like the Big 7 or the Big 8 or the Big 12, whatever.
Okay.
There should be
They are thinking of the space on the currency.
We have several currencies.
And the monuments at the airport, the roundabout.
We have so many places we could use that for.
You don't need much money.
All right, now just for the information, big sis wasam. Yɛbɛka bi kura aka ho a kyerɛ sɛ ma bi kura ti gyina mu paa yɛka founding fathers yi na yɛka founding fathers yɛwɔ founding mothers kura ɛwɔ hɔ a kyerɛ sɛ wɔ mu din ɛhyɛ da mai na wohwɛ Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Emmanuel Obechebi Lamte sunsuni nti wohwɛ wo sika no so na sɛ uhu papa yi a wonim sɛ Obechebi Lamte no ɔno nie siwe ho yɛka JB Dankwa a mepakyɛw ɔno nso ni nti sɛ wohwɛ sika no so na uhu papa we a ono and your friend JB Dankwa. Mr. William Oforiata insunsuni. Iti wo hwe sika nso asa ukura 200 Ghana na 100 Ghana America na wo so hwe. Dr. Edward Kufuado wo hwe papa yi a utimu so obi papa. Inti no ono nso eni. Inti no Dr. Edward Kufuado nso eni. Inti ye to aso na akwaje. Uko osu a ye fa ba bi akwaje. Dr. Ebenezer Akwaje no so eni. Inti na wukura sika bi a wukura 100 200 bi a ubi mu abon se wo mo eni. Inti enye se bi a hwe ade so a wo se Kwame Nkrumah peni o. Omo maka so eni. na nkɔmɔ a yɛdi ne sɛ yɛ founding fathers deɛ yɛ nyinaa yɛ nim yɛ school GSS mu primary ni wei nyinaa yɛ kyerɛkyerɛ yɛ bi twerɛ ho exam so ni nara one throw social studies wo betro history one throw betro environmental kyerɛ sɛ yɛ trɔtrɔ bia siwa ho na ɛnɛ nkɔmɔ a yɛdi ɛne adesua kakra no ne sɛ I mean senka Dedzo kura nka bebre kura na I mean, there is no strife that has only few people. Demonstration kurano, ebi di enim, but ebi di echire, ebi ne kashe mupa, obi ono mo ono mamura kura, esi obi eni echire. There is no strife or there's no nkrofo bi ni echire. Nti si efa ne se founding fathers, omo nko antimi ensinsi mu se. No what Chen said there were others that equally, if not more, equally did a very good job in the fight for independence. Yeah. They were very, active people. No, because mostly were women. Emma, pa, jinemu, yedi ebiko she fiase. Wano mwa, wamuke kasi kabomu, ekoko yi won free e fiase. Omwa, time anafe, onsi ye boni peshiasa, pesi ye mamu mora, ni ye shamu nkran, na munte chile, na yen match yen say edu baby a mema no founding fathers kasa na akoye brofo nko a edu baby o mo kasa so mo they were educated edu baby o mo kasa o mo nim how to edge the people na anibriaba obo na nkrofo ese nkrofo mo ye serious na oba besia no wakuri gina stage no noa de ni moja ye ne ntare mo hu se ade e wo se ye pem koye dim itini nkomo aye di ne said there were others and they need to be celebrated. Ade Adjoa kan ana anopai a ayeme wonwa kora ne se ose wo kai aye 50 pesos. Kan 50 pesos coin no ene unhye den hu bi cause sika no yasesemu a but 50 pesos ye coin no na awura bi eti eda so okasa ma na yedi nkomo yedi wo mo nkomo anopai ye friend Rebecca Ayite ana Ayite Rebecca Ayite na ochira Rebecca Ayite no so kama na wo mu gina chire egina founding fathers na kon santokwa no na nanim ono na nanim eda sa 50 pesos coin no me no ye DCK sang ye hu nia odaso because somehow the education no amfa ho nia ye can say there is more information. There are more records. De bia ye kan se kromu ha say no documentation and records no aye fane fa yete ha ene obi efi abrochiri ono ti abrochiri kokohwehwe mu hu say first footballer sports Ofrigana Jamestown Brunio no kura records no and one Tracy bar down. It's about time we wrote or amended or wrote more about our history and taught more about that. Yatre at the corona for so many years, and we've forgotten others that we need to enlighten ourselves, about into this is what we are talking about. Kwesi?
Yeah, I want to ask, like, when you take the 9th of August, 1956 in South Africa, like, the women actually did march to the Union Building to demand that a friend is saying, "Sa pasna Emma Foko Krum to me, Omon Council." But now they were able to give them National Women's Day. Don't you think it would be a good idea to put that forward for Ghanaians to say, listen, let's give these women or let's celebrate them on a specific day as South Africans do from the National Women's Day. These are real sheroes. Let me use that word. Sheroes who actually fought for some of the laws to be amended and changed.
Yeah, I think I agree with you 100%. Whichever form it takes, I just want them honored. Okay. Recognized. We shouldn't let, when we continue this way, the women that we have that can come to the forefront and fight certain battles for us will be withdrawing. It's like, even when whatever you do, you are not recognized.
Okay.
But these are people that, I mean, some of them spilled their blood. They are, I mean, to get us where we are now. So if you want it as a Women's Day or whatever day, I just want them recognized.
Not to divert, you know, I feel like maybe they are almost really crying, saying, yeah, Bobra, yeah, Kunye, we did even more for these men, and this is our time. You know, is there anyone that you are working with or a team that you're working with in championing this agenda?
No, actually, when I was invited to this program, that's when I started saying, look, something will have to start. And so I'm just starting the campaign now.
All right.
Yes. So
I think
you should come on board as well. And let us get, I mean, Nana will listen. Nana and his team will listen about expanding the celebration of our founding fathers, of our founders. It will be great.
Women's Day is celebrated big time in this country.
Well, it's not about Women's Day. We are talking about founding fathers. And sometimes a woman is a father. And we are talking about founding fathers. And I think the strive is about the education and information. We are all learning today. I mean, Rebecca, I didn't know. So we are all learning.
Woman you mentioned, the first one.
And Aman Kroma, Rebecca Aite, Oboshi.
Oboshi.
Yes.
Sofa Oboshi.
You know, and all of them. Anna Kujo.
In fact, there's one other woman, she's called Mabel Dankwa.
Mabel
Dankwa happened to be the wife of J.B. Dankwa.
Okay.
Oh.
And she worked with the Evening News. That's a paper, an Accra paper owned by Nkrumah. And she stood on the ticket of the CPP and won.
Wow.
Though she happened to be the wife of J.B. Dankwa. I mean, UGCC. You understand? So it's important that they all played roles to support Nkrumah and the other members to get us where we are.
I think it's a brilliant idea because if we are to celebrate the women, it will motivate women.
Yes.
And now, yes, women in politics. Nini na kaho. Obiane ni role model. Me dey compare Rebecca Ite. Obiane ni role model.
Is it because of the coin?
We pacha why. Actually, we need the coin so a prestigious papa. So the information has to go, the knowledge has to go, the education has to go, and it motivates a lot of people. Sana Kwame Nkrumah Busua, JB Dankwa Busua, Kufuado Busua, Dr. Edward Kufuado, Nebana Afedi president you. Sansona. You see that maybe a son is motivated by a father.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? Intino.
Or by a mother.
Yes, or a mother. Intino. The mother might have a Bushiani Nyama. My grandma, my great-grand, and my ancestors did this, and also I have to do this. Obiatu nidi ya santua because of the history behind a year Adjoa ya santua. And will be atudin. You know, there are so many things. And when the child grows up, or say, why this name? Or say, because this person did this, did that, and that should motivate you. That should give you morale to do this and to do that. It's all part of it. Intin, I don't think, sir, it is wrong to celebrate people who have actually made immense contribution. It is not wrong at all. Intin, information, education, and I was say echo. Information, education, definitely crow idea. Why not probably do crossing
a journalist, media people, no. I think you should pick this up.
Yeah, we also have to learn.
I mean,
more.
I know you can do that. So come on board and let's get it.
Baby made mention of women in politics. Don't you think that it is time to also bring them on board to say, listen, there were women who were doing it before you were even born. So why don't you raise your voices and champion this campaign? Will it be something you would love to do?
Yeah, it's something that I would love to do. I mean, we have a lot of them are in parliament. Some are in media. I mean, some are CEOs. And I mean, we can contact all of them they will come on board. They are all contributing. You know, let us not only see masculine faces celebrating holy.
I mean, coming from a man,
Yes, you know.
it makes it even more okay.
What's your
to watch
relationship with your
champion
mother?
with-
What's your relationship with your mother? You must love your mother.
I love
She's
my
still
mother.
alive. Yeah, she's still alive.
Yes. No, she is passed.
Okay.
Yes. I happen to be the last born of my mom.
Okay.
And I stayed most of the time with her. So when it comes to women, I'm on their side.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love that you are on women's side. Oh, quite see their debut.
Hey.
Yeah.
Me and Pa.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, so this is what we are talking about. It's also, I know we are used to the same history books. We are used to the same books that we read day in, day out. Masa, last time, me take care mu drive ko baby sa me ko me baby. And I'm who traffic mo anansi wam say, hey. Things fall apart, hey. And then you see that we are used to the same books we read. Some people do well to read other books from other authors. And but our school curriculum and everything, I don't know what's happening now, but you know, we especially with the history, and that there are so many courses and that make fun say they call it subjects.
Subjects. Yeah.
There are so many subjects young school, but some of the subjects that we did in our primary school and our JSS, let me speak for myself. Me papa. Ebini life skills and social studies and environmental DNA, vocational. I think now it's been merged into things. They also have very good stuff now they learn, but you see some of these things. So because I'm a teacher to the life skills in front of the whole class, you just like me, I guess. And I say, what, bra? And then why was in the metri? Why wasn't a person metri? I'm saying, I don't. Nasa me myself. It's a messiano betri. She me say power class and life skills. I say, me a brush. See a betri as in class. To be at the brush by school. See a betri as was a bra. Why was in a metri? Mr. Messer me say what class would in a. If it is sad and me who's in your tree, Mr. So you know, there were things that we learned. I'm urging that we should put out more history. We are fortunate that we have so many people in the country now that have knowledge about what happened.
Oh, yes.
We are fortunate enough that we have them, some of them still alive, that can tell us so much more. Maybe the documentaries we have done, it's about time that these documentaries fly. It goes into our syllables, everything. Now, obi ono more when these days happen, one of these days, say, and the Founders Day, say, the 6th of March, and now we know, we just don't see it as a holiday. Yakwako na beach, aja wine. Is it a mutala kwako? But, you know, we actually are learning something from it. We should urge us on as a people, as a country. And that's not kayen, baby, you free. Then we know how to build. Nation building, it comes from knowing our past, where we've reached and where we ought to be and where we're going. These are some of the things that we are supposed to be learning like this time. So yes, Dedzo, you have done so well. Thank you so much. Let this education not just be with us, but also viral. Tony, I didn't cry through book Kurana, so will be a kind. Through book na GS if who say, oh, so this is the book. BBR go through a process. It doesn't start but I know that in the process now, we'll get to learn a lot about it, and then it will help.
Sure.
It will help. If we were not there, it becomes history. We can also learn it and teach the others. Yes. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I believe the viewers also have learned a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please make time and come back.
Sure, I will.
Let's dive into some more stuff. All right. Okay, so yes, we're going to go for a spot of music, and then when we come back, Spotlight is on. And go, oh, no way. We'll see you right after this.
At long last, the battle has ended. And thus, Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever. From now on, there is is a new African in the world. That new African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Now I want you all, those who have hats on, to take off your hats and let the band play our national anthem. And from now on, that national anthem is the national anthem of the Gogo to be played on all occasions.